Hi everyone. Today let's see how to deal with repetitive behaviors. Repetitive behaviors are common in children with development delays, speech delay, ADHD, autism. So this is kind of a common behavior which children exhibit to reveal something to the parent. So let's see how to handle that. So what are repetitive behaviors? So the research says repetitive behaviors can be into two groups, so-called lower order repetitive behaviors are movements such as hand flapping, fidgeting with objects or body rocking and making sounds like grunting or repeating certain phrases. Higher order repetitive behaviors include some ASD traits such as routines. So is repetitive behavior unique to autism? No, not at all. It is also seen in other conditions of the developing brain. So there are also characteristics of ADHD, we say attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So this is seen across different delays with the development of the child. So next, so they are also part of typical development. Typical infants and toddlers may kick their legs repeatedly, rock back and forth while playing, or flap their hands in excitement. These movements are increasingly thought to be important for helping children understand how their bodies work and to develop coordinated voluntary movements. So when they grow older, though they carry on those behaviors at times. So these early repetitive behaviors may be more intense when the people grow. That said, even typical adults may exhibit repetitive movements such as jiggling a leg, drumming fingers on a table, or chewing on the cap of a pen in concentration. They also may have intense interest in some particular band or sports team. So much like ASD traits or other delay traits. Some of the repetitive behaviors include spinning objects, hand flapping, running around, keeping objects in mouth, making noise, repeated noise, saying the same things again and again, singing the same song again and again. So these are some of the repetitive behaviors which you can commonly see in the children. So let's see how to deal with it. Children with development delay usually do the repetitive behaviors when they are bored or when they don't like the situation around, or when you do or say something which they don't like, or just do to suffice their sensory needs. So, some occasions when you say no, they don't like it, so they do it immediately. So when you stress him to say something, they don't like it, so they do the repetitive behaviors. So understand. So if you see the child doing a repetitive behavior, best practice is to avoid a repetitive behavior is to gently distract the child from doing it. Don't say, don't do it. You can do the same repetitive behavior as what the child does by looking at his eyes and doing the action again. So when you do the same repetitive behavior, ensure that the child notices you. So just don't do it separately and child is separately. When you flap your hands, bend down to his knee level, look at his eyes, and then do the action again. Understand the reason why he is doing that repetitive behavior and take action accordingly. Use my video on ABCs of behavior strategy. List out the reasons why he is doing it and understand on what occasions and all he is doing that behavior. If the behavior is done for a sensory need, provide alternate options to suffice his needs. For example, if he likes spinning an object, get toys that spins with sound and music. So that way you can interact with him when he's doing a repetitive behavior. If he runs around, you also play with him and run along with him and do a run and catch game. But when you run along with him, ensure that he notices you. You have to hold his hand, look at his eyes, bend down to his level, and then run along with him. Only then he will notices you. So, if the behavior is due to boredom, try to immediately engage him something more interesting that he likes. Say if he likes water game, if he likes a song, if he likes to play hi-fi with you, or if he likes to run along with you. So try to distract his repetitive behavior. So the one big rule is don't say, don't do that. Don't run around, don't flap your hands, don't keep fingers on your mouth. No, 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 child, no. So you should not say that word no. It's like you are reminding him again and again to do that activity. So he ignores that don't part and he will just do that again and again. Instead, try to understand why your child is doing that and take action accordingly. Try to work on ABCs of the behavior. Go back and look into the ABC behavior video, list down the reason trigger for that behavior and why he is doing it and what is that he is doing after doing the repetitive behavior, and take steps accordingly. So please try to understand the ABCs of the behavior. So an example of making the repetitive behavior to a fun activity from a parent's diary. So my son used to flap his hands looking at the fingers every time he's bored or if he's in anxiety. So I used to say, don't do that, don't do that. But my therapist bent down to his knee level, looked at his face whenever he did that, and she used to sing the song bye bye, bye bye, and flaps her hand. So that way he started noticing her, and whenever he does that activity after that, maybe after some times he was singing that song. So hence either ignore it, or if it doesn't hurt him, it doesn't hurt him. If not, try to distract or get along with him by making it fun activity. Do not say don't do that. It's never going to be heard and you're not going to get the result for that. Most of the repetitive behaviors are like passing clouds. They will be seen in one phase and are silently gone in another phase. As the child starts communicating more and find it peaceful, those behaviors will fade away. So don't spend your energy on thinking about the repetitive behaviors. Instead, work on other parts of the speech and communication. As long as you see progress in that part, please ignore the repetitive behaviors. So thank you. Subscribe and click the bell button if you would like to get daily updates. So repetitive behavior is something which can be easily overcome. You can turn that repetitive behavior into a productive, interactive game. So try to do any of that activities. Thank you. Take care.